record and I'll get us going. Hi, everyone. This is Mary Kurek of Frontrunners Innovate. And along with me, I have my good friend and business partner, Ambassador Ghazala Khan. Ambassador, thank you for being here. And our special guest is Nir Gess, and he is an Honorary Consul General of Malawi in the state of Israel. If I got that right. If I did not, Nir, I am so sorry. We're going to be talking with Nir today, not only about his role there, but in the NGO works that he does. We were just talking with him about human trafficking and the awful things that are going on in that space. And both Ambassador Khan and myself have had conversations with people all over the world, actually, having to do with human trafficking. And, you know, for those of you that are watching this and think that you're in a safe zone, you are not. It is everywhere. And in all different forms. I have interviewed survivors on my platform before. And so it's very surprising how a lot of times it will happen. So Nir, we welcome you to our platform to have a conversation about the work that you're doing. But let's first kind of back it up just a little bit. How did you get into the consul work that you're doing, and what role do you play there in Israel?
Okay, first, I'm an Israeli born. I was born in Israel. I was raised in Israel. I'm 63 years old. I have 4 kids and 4 grandkids that I love very much, and I'm so proud of them. And as a businessman, I am dealing with agriculture. I own one of the bigger farms in Africa, in Malawi, where we grow a vegetable, you know, tomato, cucumber, green pepper, yellow pepper, red pepper, all the vegetables that they basically need. And we have a huge greenhouse farm in Malawi. I am in Malawi for about 7 to 8 years already, and doing that project together with the government. We are closing almost the border for importation of vegetable and doing only exportation. Until we came to the picture, Malawi was buying their vegetable from outside of Malawi, and that's a huge cost for the people. And they have land, there is sun, there is water. So there is no way we cannot make it happen there. And actually for the last 2 years now, there is 0 importation of fresh vegetable to Malawi, and we are starting to export. We have 1 plane every week flying to Dubai with our vegetable. We have daily trucks going to Zimbabwe, Mozambique, Tanzania with our vegetable, and we actually supply all the needs of Malawi in the country. So there is no importation. So that's a big impact we did on the company. On the country. And we are employing about 1,000 people today, and we are going to increase that by another 200 very soon, because we have a plan to start in January to plant avocado in Malawi, also for local consumption and then for export. So we will start with avocado, something we didn't. There is not very, it's not, they are not familiar with that in Malawi, but they will be once we are there. So by me being there, one day I was traveling to the border with Zimbabwe. And at the border, and this is the story exactly as it was. At the border, I arrived in the afternoon late. I see a truck standing in front of mine, and in the truck there was a container. But you can see the container was not locked completely. It was open a little bit with windows in the side, like, you know, when you transport animals. So that's the way you want them to breathe. And I see a lot of people around that container, and the police is yelling on the driver, and there is a big something going on. I get out of my car, and I ask the policeman, what's happening? And he says to me, it was about 4 years ago. And he says, this is another case of human trafficking. I say, here? I say, yes. Wait and see. Then he called the driver, he said, open the container. He opened the container, and then I see something that my heart was completely broken. I say, 8 little girls, the age maybe 8 to 11. that's the age, sitting with goats inside the container, with all, you can imagine what was inside on some on the floor of the container, you know, they're sitting there, each one touching each other, you know, together, scaring with underwear, only underwear. And I said, what's that? He said, this is, they transport those girls from, I think those girls were from Uganda to Mozambique, through Malawi. And I said, so what you going to do with them now? I said, what we're going to do? We're going to arrest the driver. We're going to arrest the trafficker. There was a guy trafficking them. He was from Saudi Arabia. The guy they transported back. And we're going to take the girls and all of them, put them in jail. In the border area, we're going to report to the UN that we have girls that until the UN will come, until the UN will make a new investigation from where they come, until they will be in jail with those traffickers. And I says, how can you do that? They didn't do anything wrong. Why to put them in jail? He said, we don't have any other place to put them. It's the only place. And then I says, 1 second, just 1 second. I want to make the more quiet so I feel there is a noise. Oli.
Ambassador, this is all conversation right up your alley. This is going to be good when you're ready to have questions.
Surprised that house is everything.
Okay, so now I think it's more quiet. Hi, Ambassador, how are you?
Oh yeah, I was just saying, this is
I'm
all
good.
right up her alley.
I'm listening to the story and I'm really shocked and surprised. Like if I can assume that it's okay if there are teenagers used as a human trafficking because they used it for the other means, but the girls from 5 to 8, it's like unbelievable, and it's injustice to their childhood and to their life.
Yes.
And like the situation put them into in a horrible jail where they don't have any access to anything.
Nothing.
And no, it's,
and together with other criminals.
broken.
You know, when I went to the jail to pick them up after that, because as soon as I saw that, I said, wait, I have to do something. I drove back. I didn't go to my trip. I drove back to the city. I went to see the Minister of Homeland Security that is in charge of the jails. I said, Minister, you know, that's what's happening in the border. He said, yes, Nir, it's happening almost every day, and we don't have any solution for that. I said, Minister, if you trust me, I have a solution for you. He said, tell me the solution. He said, let me collect them. Let me put them in a safe place. Let me treat them, let me take care of them until the UN, I'll be in touch with the UN, until the UN will find for them a safe place, a safe home or something, let them be in good hand. He said, God bless you, do it. You have my full authority to do that. I took his writing authority to collect girls from every jail in Malawi. I collect the same week 74 girls. I brought all of them to the safe house. I rent a big house where I can have enough place to put them. No more than 3-4 girls in one room. Everyone sleep in the bed. Everyone sleep in clean sheet every day. I don't, you know, really, I took care of them like I took care of my little girls. And I bring them there, slowly, I register them in the school, in the local school, where I can send them to their age school in the meantime until they get processed. But sometimes the process is taking a year, 2 years. And in the meantime, they get some education, they learn to speak English, they get healthy. We give them vaccine, we give them everything they need to get healthy. We give them good food and healthy food. All the food I bring from the farm, everything. You know, they love the farm. When I take them to visit the farm, they're always excited. They like to go to the farm and collect, vegetables from the greenhouses. They feel like in Disneyland when they go to the farm. And I'm very happy with that. So slowly, we start to collect those girls, and we collect and we send them out back. You know, we're working with the UN. We have UN visiting us almost in, let's say, every 2-3 months. We have somebody from the UN that come and visit the place. We have a lot of officials that come to the place just to see how beautiful and nice we have. We are growing vegetable also in the house, you know, in the yard of the house, so the girl can see how to you know, cultivate, how to have, you know, access to vegetables that they can grow themselves in the yard. So they're getting a lot of education from us. And slowly, I start to understand that there is no other entity that doing that. And if we don't do that, they will stay in jail. So slowly, I start to collect today in Malawi, every policeman that stop a human trafficking case, they know to call us. They call us before they call the minister. They call us, they say, we have 2 girls here. The girl that she's 11 years old, the hospital call us. The hospital that she gave birth to, we have a girl, I think you should come to you. And they send it to us, of course, with the permission of the authorities in Malawi. We do everything with coordination with the law. We don't take kids like that. We're making sure that each one that's coming to us is registered. Each one that's coming to us is well vaccinated, because we don't want to contaminate the other girls with any disease. So we make sure that they have vaccine and they get checked. We have doctor that helping us once a week is going there. We have nurse that she's on the parameter every day. She's coming, checking the girls if everything is okay. And we are surviving. We're doing what we can to do. I just got a donation today from an Israeli company called Amdocs. It's a computer company, and they donated 20 laptops for the girls.
Oh,
and they're going to teach them how to use the learning program over the internet by, you know, from long distance. So they will teach them also how to use computer, how to, you know, the basic use of the computer. I think it will be good for them also to have a little bit knowledge about that. But we're doing the best, you know, we're trying to give them the feeling that they are not alone. They are not alone. And you know my past, you saw I'm very, very attached to animals. For me to kill or to shoot a wild animal, it's crazy. So when I see those little girl, it's even killing me more. I say, how can you behave like that with a human being? With a human being, it's unbelievable.
I don't know, but I have a question, and I don't know, maybe Ambassador, you can answer this, because it's a simplistic question. For all these countries that do this, where the parents will sell off their girls or whatever into human trafficking, and they got to know that they're doing it. I know in some cases there's some trickery that the human traffickers use to get the girls, but just like what Nir said, a lot of times it's the mother or father that's selling them off. Are there any repercussions from a legal or a law standpoint where the parents are held responsible?
It's very simple. What they do, once they sell the girl, they report to the police the girl is missing or is dying, or she died.
It's not them. Yeah.
So there is not even a record of the girl. So when they come to us, they don't have an ID. We build for them the ID. We build an identity for them. You know, when they got the ID, the temporary ID that we give them so they can go to school, they get excited because they never had an ID.
Yeah.
So they are someone. Finally, they are someone. They have a name. They have they have a picture. They feel like they are somebody. And that's what I always say is exciting me. It's like to make a restart for someone that thought that his life is over. That's the way he's going to finish his life, as a slave somewhere. A slave is only if he's lucky. Most of them will do terrible things, not only slave. We had a case where a girl was receiving to us when part of their body was missing, like they take a kidney, they take a piece of, yes. We had two
Gives
kids.
me goosebumps.
Yeah,
Just
we had two kids. It's killing.
Yes, I agree with this. Yes, because there are cases like the human trafficking is mostly for the organs, and there is a big network of gangsters, you can say, like who kidnap these kids. Like there are two people who sell their kids, and is another one like misplaced, or someone pick them from the streets who are going to the market or the school, and they use their kidneys, so they kidnap them and traffic them and sell their kidneys. Yes, and
Yes.
sometimes other body organs like heart, eyes, and they are also
Oh, and they're
Yeah.
babies too, don't they? They get them pregnant so they can sell the babies. And
Yes.
yes.
yeah, and so it's
We
not
had-
just sex. It's really about anything that they can. Well, one survivor told me
Mhm.
people think it's just about sex. It's about anything they can make money off. Of,
Anything.
Yes,
Anything.
anything.
Anything. No,
Yeah.
and a month ago I was there, and they bought me two boys. And I don't take boys because I can't mix boys and girls. It's a problem. So
Yeah.
I'm sorry, there is no one who take care of the boys. I wish I can do it, but and this is in my mind. But there was two kids that came from Ethiopia. There is a huge camp, refugee camps in the border with Ethiopia, and they came from Ethiopia all the way to Malawi by foot. They ran away because there was three kids from the family, the same family, that one of them was in front of them. They took his kidney, and when they put it back, they kill him basically. He get infected and he was died. So when they took him to bury him. The people that stole the trafficking them, they took the kids to go and bury him. Those two kids ran away because they was afraid to stay there. They know they are the next one. So they ran away. They came to us by foot. Hundreds of kilometers, they walk. Their foot was completely damaged. Completely. There was so much damage that the hospital in Malawi says, to fix it, we need to do operation, because it was completely disformed, the foot. He killed me. And then I could not even take them back to the safe house. So I arranged for them to stay in a private hospital and make that operation in a private hospital, just not to send them back to the street. And there is many cases like that. And the worst thing is that no government, no serious government says, I'm going to fight it. Everybody, when you tell the story, everybody say, oh my God, it's touching my heart, it's important, it's very important. When they stand, it's a very important issue. But I didn't see one government that said, we're going to stop the human trafficking. We're going to put the trafficker not for 3 days in jail, for 30 years in jail. Because I think they are worse than a killer. I'm telling you, in my mind, it's more human to kill someone on the spot.
Yeah, then it would be
Than
to torture
to
them
kill
for
him
years.
over 50 years.
Yeah.
Then to kill him over 30 years of suffering. What they do, they killing long time instead of killing on spot. And
It's
those
crazy.
should be treated terribly. They should be treated not only the police. The police can only arrest them. But then when they go to court, the court is released them after 2 or 3 days. They are going. Now they are released, and the girls are staying in jail. You understand how unbelievable is it? So I'm trying in every platform I can. I put that on the spot. I think it's something we have to take it out of our society. In 2021, we cannot afford to have that. There is no matter where is the kid was born. Not every kid has the right to born where he wants and to live a free life. Whatever he do with his life is belong to him. But we have to give them that. We cannot take advantage.
It's a lot of cultural situations. And I know Ambassador Khan and I've talked about this, and Ambassador Khan is a policymaker. And so she works on issues like this. Ambassador Khan, do you have any comments about as far as when he's talking about in governments that don't respond well to this, and how can we fight this?
Yeah, actually, there are some similar stories also in Pakistan last few years that there was in news that there is a lot of kidnapping of young girls and boys is happening, and sometimes they disclose that there is a networking, and even to be very frank, the networking is governed by the governor, like the leadership, who are in the politicians, and even the police is involved in this
That's
because they
okay.
are getting the money. It is the truth.
Oh yeah.
It is like everyone knows, and because it is the network and everyone get the benefit and percentage from that, that's why it's never going to happen. Like they can stop because everyone has their own interest. It can be done only with if there is strong regulations, strong policies, and punishment.
Yes.
Until and unless they don't have punishment, and which is like very hard punishment. So this is only the way. Otherwise, if there is a backups and a lot of people and politicians are supporting it, so that's the reason that it is flourishing instead of
You know,
controlled.
if you take 10 grams of cocaine, if they catch you with 10 grams of cocaine, you get
Yes.
a worse sentence than if they catch you with with a girl or with a boy that you just trafficking, and that has to be stopped. If you ask me, if the Justice Department with align with the NGOs organization, that will maybe make a little change in the system, because most of the police officers in the post, you know, in the border patrol, they are inside the system.
Yeah.
They are inside the
problem,
Yes,
not the
that's-
yeah,
solution.
they are inside the system, and that has to be addressed in a very high level. In
Nir, you
every
mentioned
country.
that the United Nations was coming to visit you every couple of months.
Yes.
What is their involvement, and how do they serve the situation?
They came, they saw, and they went to speak to the Minister of Gender, Minister of Health, Minister of Education, and the Minister of Homeland Security. And they say, okay, we support that organization. We are giving our blessing to that organization, but they don't help us in any way. Nothing, not even, let me tell you, not even $1. As I'm talking to you now, 4 years I am in that business. Out of the 20 computers that I just received, that I'm very happy, even though they are used computer, but I'm very happy happy to get them. It's the only donation I got.
Wow.
I didn't get even one socks. Everything they have, everything they own, it's all come from me and my family. And you know, it's not simple to, I can hear if we miss a bottle of water or a bottle of milk, okay, we'll buy tomorrow. There you have to have it today. You can't wait tomorrow. They have to eat now. They are out of bread. You have to wake up the driver and send him to the market to buy the bread and bring them. You cannot tell them, okay, I see you tomorrow. No, they are waiting for that food. It's basically. So, or if one of them is sick, you need to find a doctor immediately to take care of her. And we take it, we can. I'm not complaining. I'm doing it with a lot of love. I'm not complaining. Even if nobody will give us any donation, it's okay. We are registered as a NGO legally in Malawi. So we are not, everything is according to we have a registration book. We have a board that supervise our activity. It's very important. But we don't have any donors. The donors, they like to give more to festival music because then you can sell Coca-Cola. They like to give to people that can, you know how is it. They like to give to the basketball team because then they can wear the basketball t-shirt. We don't do that. I don't bring anyone to take picture of the girls. I never let anyone to be in the premises after 3 o'clock. From 3 o'clock until the next day, 8 o'clock in the morning, no stranger can be in the premises.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
You have to be protective at this point. I mean,
we have to. We are the only thing they have.
And for the survivors, and I know Ambassador Khan knows this too. Some of the survivors I've spoken to, depending on when they were kidnapped, let's just call it that.
Yeah.
They, the only trust they ever had, even though it was bad, and the only family they ever really had, even though it was bad, seems to be that, what is it, Stockholm syndrome or something like that, where they are more likely to go back to that life because it was the life that they knew. If they had any span of time being in the trafficked situation, then the risk of them going back to that is very real. And I just can't even fathom how you would think that that was a good thing to do, but apparently that's more real than we know.
Yes, it's part of the work that we're doing with some, I'm using a lot of people that went into military in Israel, and they had some background in human taking care of trauma, in trauma. So there is a soldier that know how to do first aid, for example. There is a rescue unit, and they have I think they call it a paramedic. They learn to be paramedic. So I have a team of paramedics that going to Malawi and teaching those girls how to help each other in paramedic if they need help. I have another team of self-defense to teach them if they coming to a situation where they are treated, they know how to defend themselves. They know how to behave, not to close themselves, and to give them a little bit of self-esteem, to be secure a little bit more. So I have people that come here. I have doctors that used to work with mental girls that pass rapes, they had rape. So they coming there, they are all volunteer. They're coming, they're helping the girl 1 month, 2 months, and then they're going back home. But that's how I can keep their mental situation.
Are they all from other countries, Nir?
Yeah, all of them. They are no one of.
So they're not from Malawi. They're from other countries.
No, the only girl from Malawi is the one I'm getting now, the 11 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, they are all Tanzania.
We need education everywhere. We just have to have, we've got the education in schools.
Yeah,
So
now we need to
and teachers and everybody around them know, what to look for. But,
and when they go to school, it's not another girl go to school. I have to organize the bus, the chaperone, the chaperone going with them to school, wait for them at school. When they finish school, they're coming back to the home. So we keep the security for them. If I take them to the farm, always I had the security car following them to the farm. We have to, because they are very vulnerable.
Yeah, absolutely. So, this has been a fabulous conversation, and one I didn't expect in this direction, which always makes it a joy. And what I want to do is, Ambassador Khan, if you have a few remarks here at the end, then what I'm going to do is ask Nir to stay on for a minute after I close this up, because I have a couple of people that I might want to bring to his attention that might be of help to him. So Ambassador Khan, do you have any comments for us at the end?
Yes, these points are popping into my mind, like this now. After the rescue of these girls, they definitely need a proper mental health care and proper guidance, and also on the mass level, we need an awareness for these girls, and also for the coming generation are other girls in the different countries. So awareness of taking care of their own self, their own body is very important. But the point is that if the girls are never went to school, so how it could be possible? Because on the community level, on the society based in small campaigns, it's possible until and unless their parents allow the others to teach them. Because if their parents are not teaching them how to take care of them, and even the parents are involved in selling them, So there is no point like you can ask the parents that please take care of your girls or educate them, stay away from the strangers, don't go in the closed streets or in the odd times, so that they can take care of themselves. So there are two kinds of people. Like one, the parents are already involved in that and they don't like they are already looking at places for them to sell them. So there is no option for that. But if the parents, some kids who are misplaced or kidnapped without the concern of parents, and parents are not involved in that and the genuine cases. So in that cases, we need awareness campaigns in the schools, on the society levels, in the church or the worship places, to avoid in future and to
Great.
spread the awareness regarding body care. Yes.
I wanted to tell you about something that we're doing in regards to what you remarked, you just say now. We have a friend of us that working with me on that project that we started together. His name is Maxwell. Maxwell wrote a book about human, he dedicated his life. He's Malawian. He dedicated his life, him and his wife, for stopping human trafficking all over Africa, not only in Malawi. And he wrote a book. That book is a manual for little girls in school, how to be aware if there is a case of human trafficking, if another girl is suffering, if one is missing in the class, if one is not, he's giving example. It's a very good book. He wrote a book, very nice book. We took that books and we print hundreds of thousands of that books, and we give free to all the schools in Malawi, to the kids in Malawi as free. We take a school somewhere in Malawi, and we make a day of distribution. We call it the Day of Human Trafficking. We call it the Day of Human Trafficking, and we distribute those books to the girls free, and that's make a huge impact on the kids to make them aware about that situation.
Okay, I have another suggestion for that. I'm also ambassador for the campaigns for the My Body is My Body. It is a US-based organization. It's NGO, and Chrissy Sykes is the founder of that. She is a former singer, and she composed some songs. They are, I think, available in every language. I'll share her contact and website with you. So they have the full-fledged presentations and even the songs, which the girls can learn, and some workbooks and the different, a lot of material, which is very, very helpful to learning about the body, like body cares and which are the bad touches and the right touches. Yes.
Right. We'll get, Ambassador will send that information to you. And, Nir, I would say, I always like to end a conversation with who do you think that you need to meet that will help you move forward in all the efforts that you're trying to do here for human trafficking and anything else that you're working on. So you can share that with us, and then I'll end this up, and then I'd like to kind of have you stay on for just a couple of minutes, because I think we have some people that we think might be good for you to meet.
Thank you.
So who might you need to meet?
Thank you. Thank you. I think there was really was great of you that bringing up that issue. I really appreciate very much, and that you take the time and you take your network to use that, and everyone that's doing it for me
partners
is and there is a lot of work to do. I know I cannot fix the world, but I can fix where I am a little bit, and then that's the most important. That's the most important.
And that's enough. Yeah, and that's enough for what you need to do. And if people like Ambassador Khan and myself can help bring the word out there, and then maybe bring potential partners, collaborators to you, at least bring the information to light in my particular network, and I know in Ambassador Khan's as well, there's heart for what's going on with you. There are people who are working their own way through their own situations with human trafficking. And, you know, I have one that's out of Cameroon that works with those that have come back home after they've been trafficked and they've been rescued to try to help them start their lives back over again. And then we have, and Ambassador Khan and I both know a couple of people that are working in this arena that from a global perspective, and one who's getting ready to do a fundraiser, basically, actually to kayak the Nile, to raise funds to fight human trafficking. And so it will start at the very beginning of the Nile in Africa, and then we'll go from there. So we'll talk about that in a second, but I wanted to say thank you, Nir, for all that you're doing.
I want to invite you to Malawi.
Oh my God, you know what? I've been hearing actually wonderful things about Malawi. We have a friend that has, you know, has a college there. It has a college there.
So you must visit him.
Yeah.
You must visit him. I have an opportunity. Really, you will be I will be very, very happy if you come down there and you visit us.
Oh my gosh, you're so kind.
I mean, it's different when you see it with your eyes. It's different.
It breaks my heart even listening to the stories. The story you told.
And you know, I was awarded with Forbes magazine in July this year in a film festival in Cannes. They gave me an award for best humanitarian man in 2021 in the film festival. It was a great evening. But I told them, listen, you should not be inviting me. You should invite the girls to come here. And they was all very happy to. But I do my best to put the human trafficking on the top of every platform I can. Every platform I can. That's and I think the next Davos meeting, I must be one of the speakers there about human trafficking. I want to be there. I will find my way there and to speak, just to speak for human trafficking, not about myself, not about the business, just about human trafficking, because this is something we have to involve all the leaders. Only leaders can stop it.
I would suggest you that visit the UN website, and there is one option like book yourself as a speaker. You can book yourself and you can get an event and speak. Yes.
You want to send me the link to that?
Yeah.
I will do that.
I will send you the both links. Also introduce you with the Chrissy Sykes, and also will send you the link.
I will be on the lookout for speaking opportunities for you as well, virtually. I think that's, you know, this is, and we both will. I'm sure Ambassador Khan will do the same thing as we hear people putting on.
And Ambassador, I want you to know, I love your country.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate what you are doing, and it is beyond the imagination, the humanitarian work you are working. Like, I never saw a person like you, a pure and pious and with a pure heart. I really admire you, what you are doing.
Thank you, Ambassador. I want to say the same to you. I feel you. I feel your passion for human being, and it's a great honor for me to speak to you. And of course, our host, that she's unbelievable. Unbelievable engine.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
You can push mountain if you want.
You are a blessing to Malawi and to Israel. So thank you so much. And if you'll stay on, then we'll have just a quick conversation afterwards. So thank you, everybody. If you're watching this on YouTube, go to www.frontrunnersinnovate.com where you'll see the interview. We'll have it as a podcast so you can listen to it as well. And we'll have some links for you so that you can jump in and have your own conversation with Nir on LinkedIn. If you feel like you have something to contribute with what he's doing, and do so. We encourage you to do so, and have a look at anything else that's going on with us there at Frontrunners Innovate. We appreciate it. Thank you, Nir. Thank you, Ambassador Khan, and I'll say goodbye to everybody else. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.